The left wing Such, it'll deflect it all the way down the ice. Will go for icing or will be negated. Such first man in on it. Centering feed. Pearsak backhand. And a save by Benninger. Oh, what a look here. Pearsak almost gave the Cougars their first lead of the game. He tried to go backhand, tried to tuck it between the legs of Benninger, who made a nice stop, and then a flare up right in front of the Kelowna Rocket net. And penalties coming up here with 3:30 remaining in period number 2. Wetch continues to push and punch here with his gloves on with Such. I think Carrolls gets a penalty. I think the Rockets will also be penalized as well, so nothing will change. We'll continue to play, I think, 4-on-4 hockey here, but man, Such won the puck back behind the net, and he centered it out in front of Pearsak. Pearsak had it at the lower portion of the right dot. He went to the backhand. Again, he tried to go between the legs of Harrison Benninger, who made a real good save. Feel like we're on repeat here by me saying how good Benninger has been in the hockey game tonight. The crowd encouraged to make some noise here in Prospero Place. Good crowd last night.
Goes back to his natural position of center. Pura knocked down from behind at center as the Giants Polonchuk going after Vluswick, and we're going to have some rough stuff in the neutral zone. Hayes is involved. And Polonchuk wants to drop the mitts, but Schaefer won't. This all started. Pura is okay. I said he got hit in the numbers. It wasn't into the boards. It was into open ice. But he was shoved from behind, and Polonchuk did not appreciate that. We'll see how this all gets sorted out. But, Bill, I like it because we've talked about it. The pushback, the stepping up for one another. We didn't see this, I think, as much in the first half of the season.
Not even close. Polonchuk, he wanted to get in there badly, and that's what he brings to this hockey team. He dropped his glove.
Big hit by Fawcett, forces a turnover. Zach Moore's shot is stopped. Rebound, and now we got to fight. Ellis Mayette drops the gloves in the corner with McCarthy. Just his second game in the Western Hockey League. McCarthy and Ellis Mayette exchanging rights in the far corner. Mayette takes him into the far boards. Frustration boiling over. McCarthy loses his helmet, comes back with a left. Mayette then just gives it on top of his head. McCarthy's still staying in there. The referees want to get involved, but they can't. And now they'll break it up. And a pat on the back from both. Now the referees were trying to make sure nobody else got involved. And frustration kicking in for the Regina Pats. Ellis Mayette with 1:05 to go in the third drops the gloves, and they went at it.
There must have been something there because they had a few words and then they went at it.
And that's just McCarthy's second WHL game.
Yeah. They were a good fight. Both guys throwing punches. Mayette got the better of him. I know he got more punches in, but they both stood in there and did a pretty good job. Obviously, Mayette got the better shots in, especially as the fight progressed. So that's where it's time for the linesmen to start thinking about breaking this up. First little break.
Yeah.
But even there, they let them break. They got to get in quicker. Linesmen aren't used to the fights anymore. They don't know how to break them up. Or maybe some of these young linesmen are.
Doobie inside the right side of the Tiger zone, sees it stolen away by Muhanen. He's able to chop it up, but not out. Raiders with a shot. It finds Muhanen, who tried a no-look backhander in front of his own goal, and that nearly went off a shin pad and in, but Switzer able to find it and cover, as now Van Mulligan engaging with a man at the side of the Tiger cage.
Anytime you're going backhand no look up the middle of the ice, it's going to create a little bit of danger, as it did there, as Oiring and Van Mulligan having some words. Two guys very familiar with one another from their time at the South Alberta Hockey Academy, and getting re-engaged once again as they've seen a fair bit of one another over the course of their careers, now both into their 20-year-old seasons.
And Oiring's going to the box, and I wonder if Van Mulligan's to follow.
He might be going down the tunnel feeling.
Seconds on the clock. Got a penalty coming up here as well, as that stops play with 25.9 seconds. We got everybody involved now. While they're sorting this out, just recap the T-Birds' last goal by Matthew Gard. We mentioned Murtka gets another assist. So does Noah Kosick. What a game he's having. That's his 5th point of the night. And then Portland answered with a couple of goals. Check that. That was on the previous goal. Excuse me. So that's not an assist regard. Now we got to sort out these penalties with 25.9 seconds on the clock. We'll have penalties coming up here at 19:30.
Rebels take it back. Red Deer now is shooting Lethbridge 15-4 in this hockey game on the Supplement King shot clock as Oden drops down to cover up a puck off the end boards. And we'll get a stoppage. Now we'll get a little pushing and shoving as Owen DeWitt mixes it up with the Lethbridge side, just to the side of the Hurricanes net. 2:22 into this period. Andrew Petruk, the one engaged with DeWitt. Now they're both going to go. Referee finally loses his patience. They're like, okay, you guys can go continue this conversation in the penalty box for a couple minutes. So we'll get our first taste of 4-on-4 hockey here, Chris.
Drilled by Goysick at his own blue. Far side wall. He'll send it all the way down the ice. May go for icing here. And the play has been whistled down. 17:57 remaining in period number 1. No score. The Kelowna Rockets and the Prince George Cougars meeting number 3 in the seasonal series of 6. And again, it's been the road team that has won the first 2 games. Prospero hit by Code Bay. Now we got a fight. It's going to be face-off coming up to the stick side of Harrison Benninger. Off the dry and skates, came loose, moved off the right wall, hit by Code Bay. Now we get a fight. It's going to be Vaughn and Corbet. They're going to elect to dance here right at the Kelowna Rocket blue line. Corbet, 7 fighting majors this season. Vaughn rights over the top. Corbet tries to throw a left, fell down, gets back up. Vaughn now a left here on Corbet. Corbet then a couple of rights here as he retaliates late in this tilt. Now a couple over the top here. So Corbet showing some resistance here with Vaughn. Vaughn some rights as well. Nice scrap here as they take it to center. Uppercuts by Corbet. Holding on. Neither punching. Now right. And then Corbet tries to throw right of his zone. That'll do it. Between Nate Corbet and the defenseman here for the Prince George Cougars. A tough, tough kid. That being Corbin Vaughn. And so that fight coming essentially 2 minutes and 9 seconds in the opening face-off. So for Corbet, again, that'll be...
Rowan Woodward gets to center, and he'll slide it through and try to chase after it. And we might have another fight. There's 2 against 1, Al.
Yeah. Oh, the big guy's in there.
Oh, here we go. Fawcett and Seth Fryer going at it. Fryer's got about 8 inches on Keats Fawcett. And what's going on right here? Jonas Conan Woodward at center ice with 7 seconds to go in the 3rd period. And Tabashnik throws the puck to center ice.
Wow, you don't want anything happening now at 7.7 seconds. All you need is a bad suspension or something out of this.
10 seconds left. Matei Mikes holds, toe drags, and it's a fight at center ice as Petruk tries to go after Jake Missoura. Missoura replies with a couple of rights. Petruk just jackhammering up the side of the helmet of Jake Missoura as Missoura came right out of the penalty box, laid a big hit just inside the Rebels blue line. And as Red Deer was going down on a 2-on-1, Matei Mikes was right about to shoot, but the whistle stopped the play because Petruk and Missoura were fighting at center ice. 5.8 seconds left to play in this 3rd period. Well, that was something.
That was something, yeah.
Jake Missoura fires up the crowd. He's pumped. It's Wooly Bully's birthday party here tonight with over 4,500 in attendance at the Marchand Crane Centrum, 45:09 officially. Now here with 5.8 seconds left to go in the 3rd period, you've got Lesiak, who's set free after serving his 12 minutes of penalties.
Waiting to see him how he did in the playoffs. They were that sold on him. He makes it 4-1 Everett.
He does, and he's got 16 goals now on the season. Carter Bear has been hurt this year as well as missing a lot of time last year, so 16 goals, but it's just his 29th game. He scored 40 in his draft year. He's a late 06, so that's a little interesting, right? For sometimes you don't see, I think Roger McQueen was also from the Western League, a late 06 who went high in the first round. And you're obviously, you can be a year, more than a year older than a lot of the players drafted around.
You know how much experience that is, hockey-wise, too. Yeah, Carter Bear is 7th in Everett scoring. Normally you see him, in the top 3, top 2 or 3 even. You know what? He's been compared, I read, to Seth Jarvis.
Edmonton, obviously not far from here in Lac-La-Biche, so now we got a fight going here. It's going to be Ryan Gower for Edmonton. He's going to tangle up here with Mason Mikachuk, a right for Mikachuk. They're trying to get positioning down to an Eagles. Mikachuk, but will get right back up. Neither of them can get a hand free. Over the top right, a couple of them from Mikachuk. Gower can't quite get a hand free. Still just tangled, trying to get another right from Gower. They'll tackle to the ice. Probably a draw, I would say. As 17:05 to go in the second. Gower and Mikachuk head to the box. And Charlie Ellick is back for it. The one-time Brandon Wheat King. Now we've got another fight. This one seemed to develop out of nowhere as Cash Cook for Tri-City. Some more hefty right hands being thrown here. I didn't quite get who it was for Edmonton. It's Jackson Buter. I'm not sure what started this one. Buter and Gower give each other a little handshake after the fight.
Well, Buter started off this particular fight landing 3 or 4 in a row, and he ended up.
It was Lima. Now Missouri hits Lima again, but this time he puts him into the boards, and that's going to be a penalty against Missouri. Cade Dooley wants a piece of him. Lima's slow to get up. So the first hit by Missouri on that shift, Chris, was a great open ice hit just inside the blue line, but here, just too close to the boards as he's going to head off. And now we'll see what additional penalties come from the ensuing scrum here with 6:54 to go in period number 2. We'll take a break. When we come back, Rebels will resume play with a 2-0 lead and presumably be shorthanded here on Alberta Ram Dealers Rebels Hockey on Victory Plus in 106.7 Rewind.
Dropped, and we are underway as Carter Cunningham chips one awkwardly off the stanchion right to McCann, who wanted to let a wrist shot go and is now greeted by Christensen in the slot. Is already some pushing and shoving, not even 10 seconds into this hockey game.
Well, after that play, Caden McCann had the puck on his stick in the slot. The whistle went, and he held off on shooting, but took a two-hand across the wrist from Justice Christensen and didn't like that feeling, so went back at the Raiders captain. And now just 6 seconds into this game, Caden McCann and Justice Christensen are both going to go sit for dueling roughing calls. And hope you enjoyed even strength hockey at 5-on-5. Let's try.
By Tabashnik, rolling around, he keeps it out. And what's going on right here, Al?
Fawcett got a little bit of a shot on top of the player who fell over Tabashnik, and he was upset that he was on him, so not sure if it's still Fawcett involved now, but player's not too happy. And then another Royals player coming in to defend his player.
How about that save by Tabashnik?
Buckley over there, taken up by Burkar, back to McIsaac. Left side Sather from the circle. Shot on net, save made by Wutzke as Burkar was looking to get in on net. Now here comes Nagel after Burkar, knocks him down. We will see if anything comes out of this as the linesman getting right in the middle of it. Burkar went poking as he saw that puck drop out in front of Wutzke. And it looks like we're going to get matched.